You think that Kobe Bryant is anywhere between 7
7?
7 and 11?
Where do you have him?
I got him at 11. That's why I have him.
A what?
James,
Keep
Jordan,
going.
Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon, Diesel. Now,
What the hell?
Now,
I feel like Kobe gets slighted about all
people
this.
who played against Kobe,
thank you.
they know.
Thank
They
you.
know. They
Thank
know.
you.
If you haven't played against either one of them guys, you don't realize how good they really were.
What I say all the time, my opinion
Man.
is Mike, and then it's Kobe.
Who do you think is like similar to Kobe now?
Nobody. Stop it.
Well, I mean, like you got
Nobody.
Kyrie and Devin
No,
Booker.
stop it.
I mean,
Will you stop it? I don't compare anybody to Mike, but if I had to answer the question, Kobe is the closest thing to Mike. And is there somebody that's close to Kobe? No.
And Kobe is the closest thing to me to Mike.
Right. You and me both.
I've never seen nobody as competitive like him but Mike. I say Mike, and I say Kobe, and then everybody else.
LeBron's after that for you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely after that.
My particular order is MJ, Kobe, Bron. I'm on the violent side. Kobe and Mike were violent. They were
they
killers.
wanted to destroy you.
They were killers.
They wanted to
You
destroy
know what I
you.
mean? And for some reason, Kobe gets looked over.
And there's the conversation, too, about Jordan and LeBron. Who would you take there?
How come Kobe's name is never brought up? I think it's kind of disrespectful. Yeah, it's me.
Why do the players look at Kobe different than the media? For me, Kobe has never been out of the best basketball player of all time debate. I had guarded. In my 15 years of playing basketball, Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player in the National Basketball Association. Without fucking question.
Damn, man.
I got the chance to play against Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, and of course LeBron. I'm going to name those three because we're always talking about the greatest to play the game, and Kobe Bryant should and will always, out of my mouth, be named one of the greats to ever play the game. They deserve to be talked about as a trio, not a duo. If we're going to talk about accomplishments and you look at the whole picture, why is he not in that conversation?
For me, just Kobe was just a certified maniac killer. I mean, that's who he was every night.
When everybody be doing this whole GOAT, best ever, I feel like they be tripping when it come to Kobe. In my opinion, Mike and Kobe, they up at the top in some other little separate room, but they get to go sidebar over here and talk about something else that don't nobody else know. Do you agree with me on that? Do you agree with me on that? Like, I'm just...
Kobe was someone I just always wanted to kind of be like. You know, I've always looked at Kobe Bryant as a guy I look up to.
It doesn't matter who the GOAT is. My guy should be in the conversation.
Yes.
No, but hold on. So you guys just throw him out of the conversation. So somehow it just went from Mike to LeBron, and you just threw my guy out of the conversation. His name needs to be in there all the time.
The best player that I played against, hands down, was Kobe. I didn't have a strategy for Kobe. Like, I didn't know what to do for Kobe.
In the very first game of my career was against Kobe. Best player I ever played against.
Kobe is Michael Jordan, just on a steroid. Kobe has 5 rings. What's your argument? All around. And I'm saying all around, Kobe Bryant. Competitive nature, championship, a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Because I don't even put LeBron above Kobe. The difference is LeBron's a nice guy. Nobody ever said that shit about Michael and Kobe.
His desire to win, his dedication in the offseason to get better, and he's just tough. He's just a tough cat. But if you want to have fun like I did with Bill Walton, you play with LeBron. But if you want to win and win and win, it's Kobe. Not that LeBron's not a winner, it's just that his mindset to go in every practice, every game to get better.
The best clutch money player.
Kobe I was scared shitless of Kobe late in the games.
Mike, obviously. One. Kobe, 2.
Easy Kobe.
Easy, number 2 ever.
I study Kobe. Love Kobe, you know? Like, he's the definition of hard work. He's the definition of killer mentality.
Kobe is the guy for me. The skill set, the drive, the mentality, the will.
What makes Kobe special in players' mind? We don't go by your stats. We go by how the person played, what was his attributes, right? So when you think about the greatest players of all time, the one who's, they retired both jerseys, that's the person who's the...
Come on, man. Why did you always tell your mom you wanted to be like Kobe?
It was just something about him. You know, from the first time I saw him play, you know, the things that he did on the court, it was like art to me. You know, like he played basketball different than everybody else. And I was like, that's who I want to be like.
What Kobe mastered, like MJ, I would say those two more than anybody else, they mastered the art of war on a basketball court. When you knew you were going to play against him, like he wanted to take your heart, but you lost sleep the night before.
You also guarded Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe definitely the toughest.
For you to defend?
Absolutely.
MJ or LeBron?
Mike.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe.
I just try to fight for him. And when you talk about the GOATs, put his name.
I personally think he should be. But the things that we think and the way we see these things, most people can't see them through this lens. The impact that he had, you don't have that impact if you're not one of the greats, the greatest ever.
But Kobe Bryant is there. He's as good as Michael Jordan on any given day. I said to Bryant yesterday, it's almost like Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali. He looked at me and said, I'm not Larry Holmes. And he is 100% right. It is two Muhammad Alis when you talk about Jordan and Bryant.
For me, Kobe was the bar. He was the greatest player in the game. To me, he was, he played the same position. And so for me, I needed that respect from Kobe, more so than anybody else in the league.
I think Kobe was the best player that I've ever played against. I was a huge Kobe fan.
He's our Michael Jordan for my generation.
He was probably the best offensive player or best player I've seen and faced.
He rates right there probably with Jordan. I mean, Jordan will always, to me, be the best of the best of the best, but, you got to put Kobe there, and that's where, Dwayne and LeBron and Carmelo and all these other guys one day would like to be considered in that group.
Who's the best player you ever played against?
Kobe, by far.
The most skilled basketball player I ever seen is Kobe Bean Bryant.
But when you talk about Kobe and his competitiveness, he was going to try to destroy you.
Yes.
And that's what separated him from everyone. He was an assassin. He would cut you, and by the end of the game, you didn't know that you were going to bleed out.
I think at his best, Kobe was right up there with any of them. I don't know where the knock is, but he was as good as we've ever seen.
Overall, Kobe Bryant's the hardest hat to guard.
He was obviously one of the best players in our league. The closest to MJ was, for me, is the GOAT. And so Kobe was just unbelievable.
When I say Kobe Bryant, first thing that comes to mind is what?
Oh, man, greatness. He's the greatest player of my generation. He was he was that guy after Mike, and he was about winning championships.
I think MJ is the greatest of all time, but I think Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
You always felt like, okay, this guy can bring them back.
Even with a 30-point lead that you
so
had.
about halfway through the fourth quarter, I said, Doc, I think we're okay now. And he said, I'm not taking our guys out until they take him out.
I feel like Kobe, skill-wise, he could do more than Jordan.
Who's the one guy where you just saw it and you were like, he's the best player I've ever seen?
Kobe. You just feared him right when you stepped on the court.
Kobe is the closest thing to Michael. Kobe has the same mindset and mentality that MJ had.
Kobe was close to MJ, very close, but LeBron is night and day. He's not even, they're two different players. You can't compare Kobe and LeBron, but you compare Kobe and Jordan. If you had to take Kobe or LeBron, who would you go with? I already know who I would take Kobe. The reason why I like Kobe, relentless. He the Mamba. That killer attitude. Killer. He's gonna go out and play hard every night. He's not gonna care who he's playing against. He don't want to work out with you if you're on another team and be your friend in the summertime.
Man, you know what LeBron is.
He don't have that killer instinct like Kobe does had. not.